Do you think, I mean, to me, one of your brilliant pieces you bring is helping people understand how to interrupt. Will you talk about your conversion equation? Because that has, I think when people step into business, they forget that their number one job is to be a marketer. Whatever their area of expertise is, they go, oh, exactly like you're saying, I'm going to turn my passion into money. Possible if the market needs what you have, and also if you know how to reach people in your market. So, how do you help people know how to market themselves?
So you reference the conversion equation, which, as you know, is one of my best-selling books, and the methodology that is outlined there is what has made me literally every one of my businesses, including my coaching consulting. I had 30 clients in 30 days. I did 500,000 the first year, almost 30 years ago, and I've never looked back and built so much beyond that. And all I did is the conversion equation. So the first thing is you have to interrupt your market, especially nowadays. There's so much noise and everybody's buying for your prospects' attention. So the very first thing is you have to know how to interrupt your market and only speak to them. So anybody that's not interested is ruled out. If I wanted to work with vegans, I just start talking about things vegans want to hear about and other people would leave. The second thing that you have to do is you must engage the audience as soon as you interrupt them, because otherwise they're gone. They're not interested. Their brain's no longer paying attention. So you have to engage them with something that will keep them paying attention and open and curious. The third thing is you have to educate them. Give them here we are, giving them some education, knowledge, something that shows that you can help and you're an expert, data, statistics. And then the fourth thing is finally then you make an offer, and the offer should be no or low cost and no or low risk. So if you think about it this way, if we're just starting a friendship, I don't try and sell you something. I may say, hey, Dr. Mann, do you want to join me for lunch? Low or no cost way that you can start to connect heart to heart.
So good. Will you give us a really practical example of what it means to interrupt? Because to me, this is one of the most important things. I see this a lot. Let's say you're on LinkedIn and you're looking at someone's profile, or people are talking about the business at a networking event. And if they don't interrupt in a way where you turn your head, they're gone, because there's so many advertisements out there and there's so much marketing going on. So will you give us a fun example of interrupting?
Yeah. So if I am talking to somebody and somebody says, oh, I'm a massage therapist. What do you do? Right? I want to interrupt them to see whether or not they're my audience. And if they're not, I don't want to go any further and bore them to tears. Let me tell you that I'm a business consultant. Maybe they don't own a business or whatever. So I simply turn around and go, well, if you want an extra 6 figures within 6 months, I guarantee that. That's what I do. Okay. If somebody doesn't want that, they're gone. If somebody goes, what did she just say? They become open and curious versus what most people say. I'm a business consultant and I help you grow your business and I take you from point A to point B or whatever. A lot of coaches say this jargon. I'm just really clear. I do one thing. I take your business. We go to 6 figures in 6 months and I guarantee it. Is that of interest to you? If not, we're out of there.
Yeah. It qualifies them so quickly too, right? Because if that's what they're not interested in, they're not going to be a good fit for what you do anyway.
Exactly. Many people waste their time talking to people who have zero interest in what they have.
Yeah. Well, say why you think people do that. I mean, I think it's a fun conversation that's important for us to have. Like, why do people use jargony language? And I mean, obviously they don't know formulas sometimes and they're newer in business, but what is it that stops them from sharing what they have in a way that's authentic and going to powerfully convert people because they want them to ask more? Like, what are the fears that new business owners have?
Oh man, there's so many. And one of the big ones is there is fear of being misunderstood. People will know what you're talking about. There's fear of putting out a guarantee because what if I can't do that, right? And I say, don't start any business where you can't make some kind of a guarantee, because if you can't guarantee a result, no one should give you their money. Go do something else. They're also really confused, in my experience, about how to language what they do in a way that will pique only the curiosity of the right people. And part of that is fear They don't have enough prospects. I'll just say they don't believe they do, because they really do. They just don't know that. And so they're trying to get everybody. It's like, let me herd every single cat because I need them all. Where what I do and what client family members like you do is just, hey, I'm only speaking to you. If it's not you, we're not speaking. And
Yeah.
that's a big distinction.
Yeah.